Good afternoon. Here we are again for happiness, harmony, and compassion. And we're going to begin as we have for the past few days with just a few moments of quiet meditation, a very few moments. And today I'm doing a little bit differently because I wanted to do my first Instagram video. So now let's just listen to the chimes and take a few deep breaths and send out our thoughts for gratitude, for compassion for those who have suffered from terrible storms from Indonesia to Florida, and for everyone else who is suffering. And let's be grateful for those of us who have jobs, have homes, and are healthy and safe. And today is going to be a little bit shorter than I've been in the week because I know people are busy about in their lives, and I want to just spend a little time with you today talking about spirituality and creativity. For me, they're tied together. A long time ago, and when I was in my late 20s, I went through a very interesting spiritual time in which I wrote a lot of spiritual poems and songs. And recently I was looking through my poetry and I found some of these writings. And they really show where I was at that time. This was before I became a Buddhist. In fact, I think at this time I might not have been actually engaged in any spiritual or religious community. Although I might have been living with the Black Hebrews, with whom I spent a short time. But I'm going to read this poem to you now to let you know where I was at that time. And I see that there's someone who dropped by, and I want to thank you for dropping by. And I'm going to share this poem with you now. It was written a long time ago, before some of you who are watching this were probably even born, November 1st, 1978. In a vision, the Spirit came to me. Spirit is beyond anything we see, within all we wish to be. Once I wanted to be a star, but Spirit can take me even more far, beyond the mere material, into the creative celestial. And I rejoice and sing, I am a dancing feather in the air, being beyond fearful care. All of life is open for me to dare. And in a vision, I saw the magical, manifold manifestations of the mysterious, mystic, creative force, like the colors of the rainbow, separate, yet one in majesty. Allah, Krishna, Osiris, Jah, God, Yahweh, Buddha, the Almighty, the supreme, the eternal effervescent quintessence of all that be, humbles me. This mighty force gives rise to the sun and pulls the tides. And that was just one of several poems I wrote in my late 20s, expressing the fullness and depth and breadth of spiritual presence and spiritual blessings I was feeling then. And they've continued to follow me. I've gone in and network connection seemed to have been gone, and now it's back, and I don't know what is going on. So I hope that all of this came through, and I'm grateful for anyone who's taken the time to drop by during this week and these past few days in which I've been talking about the importance of spirituality in our lives. To have a spiritual source is essential to knowing true happiness. Because if we base our happiness on material things, we can find our happiness coming and going as the material things or circumstances change, as people come and go. But if we have a spiritual source that sustains us and lets us know the depth of happiness we can possess in the solitude of our heart, we can have true happiness. Thank you for listening, and wherever you are, have a wonderful day, wonderful evening, or wonderful night, and definitely have a wonderful weekend.